Morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Nicola Aylwood. I am a physiotherapist. I have a practice here in Hilton. I'm also a mum of 3 teenagers. I'm a founder and one of dōTERRA South Africa's main leaders. And I love and use the dōTERRA essential oils for our family and for my physio patients and my practice. And today I'm just going to be going through the top 10 oils that we get in the Home Essentials kit. And we also get it in the Family Essentials kit, these same 10 oils. So this is just a short video to introduce you to the oils so that you have more of an understanding how to use them if you get them into your home and into your life. So the first thing to say about dōTERRA oils is that they are 100% pure and tested. They've got extensive testing. I'm not going to go into this in this video. There are other videos to explain that, but this is what makes them so effective. So starting with our lemon oil, we can use also the information underneath the bottle to look up on a website from Source to You where this lemon is sourced from and the results of the purity testing. But lemon is a very cleansing oil. It's very good for detoxing. It's very good for digestive health, helping to regulate digestion. When we use it externally, we can use it to clean things. So it's wonderful to put in a spray, add it to a vinegar and water spray for cleaning surfaces and chopping boards. It's great for getting sticky things off, sticky marks off. It's great for cleansing the air, good for sinus and allergy when there's lots of stuff going on in the air. I'm using my little top 10 benefits, which you will hopefully receive as part of your oils. That is just a reminder. So we use it for seasonal threats. We combine it with lavender and peppermint, and it's very good for things like hay fever, allergies, allergic reactions. We can use lemon internally. I start my day with a drop of lemon in warm water, and it really cleanses and detoxes my system to start. And then I usually carry around a big water bottle that's a stainless steel or glass water bottle, and I put a couple of drops of lemon or any citrus oil, and often also our Meta Power oil, which is not in this kit, but is a good one for energy regulation. So it's very good for energy. It's very good for uplifting and cleansing. So it's one of our go-to oils. And as I say, we can combine it with lavender and peppermint to make sort of an antihistamine blend. And lavender we use for its soothing properties. It's very calming. We can use it topically and put a drop in your hands, put it behind your neck and under your feet. You can add a smear of coconut oil or a smudge of coconut oil. It makes it go further. It helps it to absorb better. Lavender can help with sleep. So putting it underneath your feet or the soft parts of your skin. We can put them into rollers. We could combine it with frankincense and have lavender and frankincense in a sleep roller. That's a wonderful combination. Lavender we can also take internally because we can eat lavender, and so we can take three drops in a little bit of water or in a capsule, 3 to 4 drops when things feel overwhelming and we need to soothe and calm. Lavender is also very soothing for anything topically. So if we have any bites, if we have an open wound, you can drop lavender directly into that wound. Lavender on burns is incredibly supportive. It's the sooner you can get the lavender onto the burn and put it immediately onto the burn, and then keep putting it on every time you feel a bit of a sting or an ache or anything like that. You just keep dosing with the lavender and it will repair very quickly. We've seen so many wonderful testimonies of this. So just checking that I haven't left anything out. It soothes, calms, relaxes, improves sleep. It's great for skin health. So when we combine this with tea tree and frankincense, which are all in our kit, it's wonderful to put it on skin topically to improve things like sunburn, to improve teenage skin, especially compared with tea tree. Again, I use it in a skin serum that I use at night, those same oils. So it's wonderful for skin. It also helps to support any inflammation that's in our body. That's why taking internally is also very helpful. Helps to calm our body in many, many ways. Then we have peppermint, and peppermint's very invigorating. It's very good for opening up the sinuses, also for opening up the digestive tract. Helps to soothe our digestion if we're feeling bloated or full. Peppermint tea is always lovely. A drop of this in warm water. I'd avoid making it too hot because these oils are very volatile. They really if you put in a drop of peppermint in hot tea, it will sort of evaporate very quickly, and you'll feel it in your eyes. Talking of which, it is natural for us sometimes to get a smudge of oil in our eyes, or that it feels a little bit burny. Remember that oil and water don't mix. So rather than get a smear of coconut oil or olive oil, or even any sort of oil, and just smear it on and around your eyes if you do happen to get anything in your eyes, and it will stop it immediately. So using peppermint in tea, peppermint in water, we have a peppermint roller that we use to calm and hot flushes. Also for headaches, peppermint's amazing for headaches. Putting a drop in your hands, taking a breath in, inhaling, it's very good for, and then rubbing behind your neck and shoulders is very good for stimulating, waking you up and clearing your head. So it's a nice one to have. Peppermint and lemon together are very nice in like a little focus roller, or to diffuse while studying. Very uplifting, very sort of opening of the sinuses and of the headspace. And then, as I mentioned before, so lemon, lavender, and peppermint are sort of our antihistamine blend, very good for helping any allergic responses, and you can use a drop of each in a little bit of water. For children, I usually have a drop of each, and I'll sip it, and then I put a little bit more water in, and they just sip the residue. Also, you can put a smear or smudge of coconut oil and a drop of each, rub it behind neck and shoulders and around sinuses. Putting them in a drop of water is very helpful. So that's how we use peppermint. Then there's tea tree, which is everything cleansing and invigorating, purifying. It's very good for skin health and skin irritations. Using it neat onto acne and onto spots. Also great for using neat onto wounds. Very good for scalp health and hair health. We can put a couple of drops into your shampoo. We obviously especially love the dōTERRA shampoo and conditioner, which has already got some of the peppermint and tea tree. But it's very, very good also for immune response. It's got very strong antiviral and antibacterial properties. So obviously using it also for things like lice, one can put quite a few drops into a coconut oil, spread them through the hair, leave them for a few minutes, and then just really comb out the lice. So you can start to see that your investment in your kit has uses far beyond just what you think you're going to use it for. And this is where the oils start feeling like a big investment when you get them, but once you have them, you use them for so many different things that saves so many doctor's visits. I remember the fortune I spent on going to go and take our children to go to nitpickers to try and get out the lice from their hair. After suns, burn issues. And again, that skin mix that we've talked about with lavender, frankincense, and tea tree, we make a skin spray for that we can use on our skin at night. We can use it on sunburn. We use it on wounds. A lot of our kids play lots of sports, and if there are open wounds, we can use those oils directly into the wounds to help with healing and to help with the antibacterial effects. Then we have oregano. Oregano is what we call our natural antibiotic. It's a very hot oil. It smells like all things pizza and Italy. It's very good for skin imperfections like skin tags, geriatric warts, any growths or anything like that. we combine a couple of drops of oregano and a couple of drops of tea tree, put them in a little sample bottle, which you should have got with your kit, and a little bit of carrier oil, and use that to dab on at least twice a day onto warts and tags and anything like that. You probably won't see much of a difference for about 2 weeks, but after that, it often just almost drops off. It's also very, very good for immune support, as I mentioned, and for pain. So we have what we call our pain balm, which is a combination of frankincense and oregano. And you can speak to the person who introduced you to the oils. They'll take you through and give you more specific recipes. This is just something to give you a quick overview of the multiple uses of this kit. So the oregano is, we combine frankincense, a high dose of frankincense and oregano, as in 3 to 4 drops of each that we can take in a capsule. Oregano, you always have to take in a capsule. It's a hot oil, so you don't want to use it without being in a capsule. It's just too hot, or otherwise combining with quite a lot of coconut oil so that it dilutes it. But it is very powerful for pain and very powerful for any immune deficiency or any immune threats. Then we have frankincense, the king of oils. It's so wonderful for glowing skin, for wrinkles, for fine lines. We can use it topically on our face and skin at night under your night cream. I take a drop or two under my tongue sometimes to help me ground and calm. It's very supportive to all the other oils. It enhances all the other oils. So when we combine the two together, it really enhances them, which is why we use it in so many of our recipes, like our skin recipe, we use it a lot with Deep Blue, which I'll talk about just now, and ZenGest. It enhances every oil. So its main properties are for glowing skin, for aches. It's very good for aches and pains and discomfort. For migraines, we often do open the bottle and put a little bit of frankincense onto our palates. That can be very supportive for headaches and migraines. And then we use peppermint and Deep Blue on and around our neck. It works on a very deep cellular level at cellular regeneration, and it's very good for mood and anxiety. Then we move on to some of our blends. So our ZenGest blend is our digestive blend. It's got all these wonderful digestive herbs and plants in it. So it smells like caraway and fennel and cardamom and clove and all of that, cinnamon. And it's very good as a tummy tamer. It's very good for digestive support. It helps to bring the tummy back to balance. So whether it's diarrhea or constipation, you can use this and it helps to settle it, or bloating. So a drop of ZenGest and a little bit of water taken in a little, as a little shot, and then putting a drop into your belly button, because that perfuses into your digestive tract, and around the tummy is very, very helpful. You can also use the reflexology points underneath the feet or on the reflexology points on the hands. You can always just Google a reflexology chart and see where to put your essential oils. They work very well on those points. So for the digestive tract, it's under the arch of your foot. Putting some ZenGest there would be helpful. It can be used by little ones too. You can make a roller. We have a dilution chart so that you make it weaker for little ones and elderly. It can also be used for pets, again, much weaker for all of these oils. And we will take you through it. But again, this is just a reminder, just an overview of how we use these oils. So ZenGest is very good for breaking down mucus. That's why it's so helpful in the tummy and with bloating. And we can also use it over our sinuses if we're really blocked there. So I always then put a little bit of coconut oil with it and rub it around my sinuses, not too close to the eyes, and it helps to unblock those. And even using in a diffuser at night with a little bit of breathe is very helpful. Or peppermint is good for opening up the sinuses and helping us to breathe in those high allergy times. We could even add it to our allergy and sinus roller, which is the lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So it's also good for motion sickness, even just inhaling it out the bottle or having a drop in the hands or using the roller. Again, you use it on soft parts of the skin and yeah, digestive support. Then we have Breathe, which is our respiratory support, all about opening up our pathways, putting a drop in your hand, inhaling. There actually are measurable differences when we use a little oxygen spirometer to see the differences. So you can actually see the physical increase in uptake of oxygen. So it's fantastic for oxygenation, fantastic for snoring, using it on the chest and under feet, using it in a diffuser. It's very helpful for all of that. It's also good for asthmatics, helping them to be supportive to open up their chest. Again, a drop in the hands, inhaling and rubbing on the chest. You can use it on the lungs point under the feet, using a roller that we can use often, rolling it on your hands and inhaling like that. Then OnGuard, our wonderful protective blend, which is all things immunity. It's a combination of orange and clove and eucalyptus and rosemary, very, very immune supportive. So we use this for proactive immune support. If you have little ones who are going off to school, making a roller for them and rolling it under their feet and on their hands in the morning before they go off to school helps to set a protective barrier as they're encountering all sorts of germs and things at school. If we are sick or feeling like we might get sick, using some of this in the diffuser, and you can choose what you want to add to it, Breathe or Oregano or Frankincense. So OnGuard, using it topically can be very supportive, using it with a little bit of carrier oil. We also like to put it in a roller on its own, which for just lighter immune support. And then we can make our famous flute roller, which is frankincense, lemon, oregano, OnGuard, and tea tree. And that together makes a fantastic immune support. And we use that roller, we use it under the feet, up and down the spine, the soft parts of the skin. It's very, very helpful for boosting immunity, for helping anyone who's sick in the family. I always encourage people when I go through their oils with them to make it up front so that they've got it when they need it. And because when we're feeling sick, we often don't feel like we've got the capacity to make it. And so that's how our oils work synergistically. It's also very good for oral health. It's got clove in it, which is numbing. Using it on teeth and gums is very good. Any infections in the mouth, any cold sores, OnGuard and tea tree are very supportive for that, using directly onto the cold sores. Using it in a mouthwash, one can also make a little mouthwash with OnGuard and peppermint, and a little bit of coconut oil and mostly water, and keep it next to your toothbrush. And you just use that as an oral mouth support, and it just really helps to improve the health of our mouth. And we know now that how much the health of our mouth affects the health of the rest of our bodies. I also add it actually to my cleaning of our fruit and vegetables. So I will often just put all my fruit and vegetables into a big sink of water and add a little bit of apple cider vinegar and a drop or two of lemon and a drop or two of OnGuard. Let them soak for a while. It helps to take off anything that's on the surface, the sprays on the surfaces, and then just give them a quick scrub and rinse, and they're ready to go like that. Also, one could add it to that cleaning spray of lemon and vinegar, and you can clean again your chopping boards, your surfaces very effectively and very healthily with no toxic load. It horrifies me to think of the chemicals we use to clean some of the things that we then eat off and our kids eat off, or the surfaces that our pets are lying on. I really do wonder if it's contributing to the high levels of chronic illness that we're seeing today. And then finally, as a physio, one of my favorite is Deep Blue. It's very good for soothing small sore muscles, for head and neck tension, for bruises, helping inflammation, for scars, and supporting healing. And this was the one that I saw the quickest and most effect on when I started using the oils. I started using it just neat on some bruises, and then someone had a sprained ankle. I used it on that, and I had never seen tissue repair and recover as quickly as with this. And I know the normal healing times for bruises and for sprains, and this was astounding to me. So it's not suppressing the body's own inflammatory response, it's enhancing it. And so using Deep Blue and Breathe are the only two from this kit that we do not use internally. But using it topically, putting it in a roller, you can make a roller with frankincense and maybe even peppermint or lavender to help with headaches and soothing pain, using the frankincense on your palate, putting a drop in your hands with a little bit of coconut oil. So I always keep a little jar of coconut oil next to my oils. It's very good for rubbing onto the back. We do have other, like a Deep Blue rub and a Deep Blue stick, which make these which are better for applying to larger surface areas, to sort of larger sort of shoulders and back, easing pain and inflammation like this. But the oil is very, very good for the direct tissue healing. So I hope that this helps you get going with your oils, but please make sure that you do check in with the person who introduced you to the oils. They'll go through this with you so that you have some handouts and some documentation to show you how to use these oils. But I just want to give you a little overview into how we use and love these oils.